What's up, everybody? I'm CJ, and this is Don't Give Up, a channel dedicated to simplifying the world of modern worship music. And one of those things that I think needs to be simplified is the world of triads. Now, triads are a very important kind of chord that we need to learn for guitar. It helps unlock the whole guitar and lets us do all kinds of things. But I remember the first time I tried to learn triads. I remember someone explaining it to me. They said, you know how you have like a D chord right here? Well, there's also a D chord like right here and right here. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So now I have not just one D chord to know, but I have two more then, right? So I have like three D chords, and they're like, yeah, it's just three. Well, no, because actually you have a D chord up here too on these three strings, and then another one here, and another one here. So you have like those shapes too. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I just had one D chord, now I have 6 D chords, and they're like, yeah, just 6. Well, then they're like, no, wait a minute, because you can extend it. It can get a little complicated. So today, this whole series that I'm doing on triads is designed to build an easy on-ramp into the world of triads. And so I've created what I think is a pretty simple way to approach playing along with songs. And you know what? It's not just simple, it's powerful. If you use this technique in your songs, you know what? You'll be in my band every week. You would be in my band every week. That's how much I believe in these. But before I jump into this last set that we're doing in the key of G, I want to offer you this entire triad course. This is triads that we're going through in every single key. We're doing song examples. There's going to be play-along tracks. I want to give you access to this course for free. I want to send you a new triad video every week straight to your email. Every key lets us do something a little different with triads. And so we're going to, video after video, we're going to explore that together. So if you're interested in that, make sure to check out the link in the description below. So without further ado, let's jump into the key of G. So I call this triad method the ACE method, simply because we're using 3 bar chord shapes as our point of reference. So in the key of G, our A shape is right here. That's one we're going to do in a second. Our C shape is right here. That's one we did in a previous video. And then the first video we did, we used the E shape right here. And so A, C, E, those 3 shapes. And we're not only doing that, but what this principle is all built around is we're just going to play on the 1 chord. So this is the G major chord for our E shape. Up here, for our C shape, this was the G chord. And so this week, we're going to finish it off with our A position right here. And there it is. That's our first position. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press my finger down on these 3 strings. Now, if your finger can't bend like that, that's okay. Just lay your whole finger flat like that. And we're just not going to hit this bottom E string here. So here's the rule. When we see the 1 chord, the G chord on our chord chart, we're going to play this right here. And when we see the E minor, the 6th chord on our chord chart, we're going to play this as well. And when we do nothing, when we play this triad over top of an E minor chord, we're actually making the chord in E minor 7, which is super popular. I would even say you're going to find an E minor 7 in your songs more than you're going to find an E minor. So already this is pretty awesome, right? We have 1 shape for 2 chords. We can't really say that about open chords up here. So we're going to play this right here. And then for our 4 chord, what's so great about this is we're just going to add 1 finger. When it comes around to that C major chord, all we're going to do is add 1 finger right here. Just like that. And by keeping this note, the D note, in this chord, we're actually adding the 2 to the chord, making the 4 chord like a C2 or C add 9 or C sus2 or whatever you want to call it. But that is a very, very popular move in worship music. Okay, so we're gonna play the 1 chord like this, the 6th chord like this, and the 4 chord by just adding this finger in there. So that's the G major, the C major, and the E minor. We have one left, the 5 chord. We have a couple options here. If we want to just do the 5 chord without the sus4 in it, what we're going to do is I'm going to add these 2 fingers up here and make it like a power 5 chord. Like that. Now, if the song calls for a sus4, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this finger off and I'm going to keep the G note in there. So all 4 of those together, here's the 1 and the 6, the G and the E minor. Here's our C chord with the 2 or the 9 in it. And here's the thing, remember, the regular triad versions of these are just 1 note away. You want to play an actual C chord, it's just right there. Add your 3rd finger right there. So no sweat. If you don't want to play the 9, it's right there. I read some of your comments. And then if we want to play the sus4 in the 5 chord, we're just adding this finger right here. So now let's jump into the chorus of Waymaker and see how this sounds. I had to take a break there real quick. The sun was being relentless. All right, let's start in our 4 chord. Here we go.
Chorus, 2, 3,
The C.
4. C,
To the 1.
G,
It's our 5 position, both fingers.
D,
To the 6.
E minor,
Let's do that again. And back. 5 chord. And back to the 1.
chorus, 2,
All right, you can get this. Let's
4.
pick.
Chorus, 2, 3, 4.
I'm just playing the last 2 notes. I'll play all 3.
Chorus, 2, 3, 4.
Just like that. All right, have some fun.
Chorus, 2, 3, 4. C, G, D, E minor, chorus, 2, 3, 4. Chorus, 2, 3, 4. Chorus, 2, 3, 4.
Now, let's say that version, you say, okay, that's cool. but maybe for some reason it's not working with your hand. Let me show you another way. This was off from the high end of this A shape here. Now we're gonna go back this way. Now this can be a tough shape to squeeze down there, but imagine using this in like the key of D, where you have your one chord right here. So this is barre one chord like normal, and our 6, and we're gonna do the same thing for the 4. Just right like this. And now the advantage of this section, there are a couple things going on. When we go to our 5 chord, which is the D major, well, this is a D major bar chord right here. So we could drop back and just, as you're playing here, switch these 2 fingers and go, and just play the triad. Or, one thing we could do is keep this finger here, this one, and drop back and play this. So that would be our sus4. So this would be our progression if you have that sus4 in it. So you'd have your 1 and your 6, 4 to the 5. So that'll be fun to mess around with. You can play along with that sus4 or play the regular shape with it there too. So all right, go ahead, try that one out.
Chorus 2, 3, 4. C, G, D, E minor, chorus 2, 3, 4. Chorus 2, 3, 4. Chorus 2, 3, 4.
You now have 3 sections on the guitar to play around with. You got that A section, you have that C section, and you have this E section here. And now that you know these 3 sections, you could build dynamically in the song, right? You could start down here on your G shape, right? As the song progresses, you move up. And maybe when it gets real intense, you come up here. And don't forget, in all of these, you have the option of, if we use the open string, we could back here, we could go. And remember, with triads, nobody's saying you have to play 3 notes. You can just play 2, you can just play 1. You can add a note to it, a 4-note triad. So if you're playing a triad here, you know, we have some high options. You have your G note right here, your F sharp and your E, that you can add in there as well. So all kinds of possibilities there to layer some notes on top of your triad. Well, I hope you have fun with that A shape this week and put together the 3 sections of the key of G in this ACE triad method. And remember, we have all kinds of new triad videos that I want to send to your email inbox. So make sure to hit that link in the description below. I can't wait to send these to you. God bless. Have fun.